Okay, today is July the 6th, 2016, and we're watching the East Pacific Visible Light Map. We can see that Hurricane Blas is now starting to move in a west-northwest direction. You can see the eye wall of the storm actually passing over this 15-degree grid mark right here. So it is changing direction slightly, and that's going to be a problem uh, eventually in a day or two, a couple of days, because there is an upper level low pressure right up here. If we take a look at the water vapor loop for the Northeast Pacific, we can see that there is an upper level low right here spinning counterclockwise, and eventually these two will close in on each other. We've got this system moving west generally, and at some point they're going to have to blow this thing apart. The high pressure that was parked here yesterday has seemed to have weakened, because now we have a uniform area of clouds and storm bands all the way around the system. Basically, well, it's thin a little bit here, but yesterday, in yesterday's video, we saw that the high pressure was right up against the core of the storm right here, this blue area, and but the high pressure has slightly weakened. We can see the pattern here. There is evaporation occurring. We can see that. The storm is being hit with microwave. We can see the blast pattern. If we go back to the visible light mode, we can see the photoshopping work. Let's go ahead and scroll through it. Also, this disturbance right here is being targeted as well. There's a number of craters. If we back this up, we can see that right here, and also right through here. These are two large craters that indicate this system was hit before the frames of this video were able to capture it. You can see the photoshopping work here too on both areas right there. And over here, this is really crude. It looks like a third grader did it. And then we have a blast pattern. We can see that blast pattern right along that one edge. That is a pretty big eye wall too. You know, if you look at that, that is a very large eye wall when you compare it to the size of the landmass over here. Perspective, turn on the longitude and latitude grid. That is a very large grid pattern, or excuse me, an eye wall. It's almost the diameter. It's almost the length of one of these dashes right here in the grid pattern. Interesting. Okay, let's look at the water vapor loop. We can see that there is a blast pattern right here on the western side. Right, this one band here is a former blast pattern. You can see the icicle-shaped features. Also, I wanted to point out in the visible light mode right here, they're actually hitting this area of moisture right there. You can see the dimple marks all through there. And that's part of this area right here, this upper level low, which is spinning counterclockwise. So they're going to have to blow this thing apart. They're going to have to destroy this hurricane within a couple of days in order to prevent any merging of these two low pressure systems. Also, we have flow back towards California here. We have counterclockwise flow here, but there is some moisture in this area moving towards California right in this area. So high pressure is building. We can see that as this system closes in on this upper level low. Things are going to change. We'll probably have some very hot weather to block everything that's generated between these two systems. The hurricane map here, let's take a look, has Some details on Blas. We have 125 mile per hour winds. That system is weakened slightly overnight. It's category 3, 956 millibar core pressure, moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. So they are hitting it now with some more power to weaken it, because it's moving out here towards Hawaii and a bunch of other thunderstorm activity right out in this area. We actually have two lows, one here, one over here, and then there's another one way up here that still has a right angle on the core. Very odd shape. Okay, well, that's pretty much the report. Now look at here. This disturbance has a 70% chance. So they're going to allow this thing to this disturbance to generate into a hurricane. It looks like that's the plan. So we'll keep an eye on that. We can see the all the intense water vapor in this area, the intensity of that thunderstorm activity right here. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll go ahead and do another update later on today. All right, that's it.